Yes, indeed. My next guest this evening has her own nationally syndicated etiquette column, which I'm sure you've all read. It runs in over 200 newspapers, and she's just finished her 6th book, Miss Manners Basic Training, Eating. Please welcome Miss Manners, Judith Martin. How did I do? Wasn't that nice and polite? I greeted you.
Very nice. You
I made
didn't
eye
back
contact.
up in front of me. You backed up for it was.
I offered you the chair.
Yes, yes,
I backed away nicely.
Yes, yes.
I swung around. I sat
Yep.
down. And now I'm going to freak you out. No. Well, this is an interesting book. You've written a whole book about eating. And I have some basic questions, which I think would be good for everyone at home who's watching. We could all stand to have better manners, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now,
I sometimes wonder why I seem to be the only person in society who knows how to eat. What are all these other people doing?
I think it's quite rude of you to put down everybody else.
They're coming to me saying, I get all upset, I don't know how to do this. Or they
Right.
make
Well, let's
fun
get
of
into
it.
some of this. First of
Why
all,
are you saying that?
eating while talking. Now, is that
No
something?
visuals is the rule.
What does that mean? Is it okay? What if you're eating food? I'm often in a hurry when I'm eating. I have to do this show. A lot of preparation goes into this show. I couldn't keep a straight face for that. But I'm often eating like a sandwich or something, and I've, also got to give strict commands to the people around me.
There, you just did with your hand.
No, but is it okay when you're eating to say, to speak?
No, for one thing, if you open your mouth, a lot of food in it, the food falls out.
Right.
So you don't get
Which anyone's
nourishment.
welcome to if they can catch it before I get it back.
And their stomachs do unpleasant things to them. The basic idea
It makes
is
you
not
sick.
to discuss other people.
And when you see
don't
mushed
like
up
to
food in someone else's mouth, it's disgusting.
3-year-olds love it.
Right.
They say to you, you like seafood? And ha-ha.
And they do seafood, right?
Yes, yes.
I
When
still
you're
think that's
4,
really
you're
funny.
supposed to know better. I know.
What about eating with your hands? When is it acceptable? When is it not acceptable?
Very complicated patchwork of place, type of food.
Okay.
You can
this
eat,
isn't
all
gonna-
right? You
What
can
do you-
eat chicken at a picnic with your hands.
I would hope
not
so,
At
yeah.
but not at a fancy dinner.
Right.
You can eat asparagus at fancy places with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. A lot of people don't know that, and they
Right.
freak out. Oh my God, they're eating asparagus with their hands.
What about like
That's
a big
correct.
turkey leg? Can you?
Can you hit people with it?
Like,
That's
what about
you
this
seem to
thing
be
right
doing.
here? I had them go out and buy this thing right here. What about this? Now, to me, it's back off, Miss Manners. To me, it's silly to try and
change places here.
To me, it's silly to use a knife and fork on this. The whole point of this thing is to wave it around and go, "Be gone, witch!" You know?
You know the movies of Henry VIII doing that?
Right, where he's going, "Arr!"
That's because he's tough and it's a
Yeah,
glutton.
right.
Little feet, Louis XIV did the same thing. That was table manners up until relatively modern times. Everybody ate with their hands.
Until someone invented the spoon.
Somebody invented
Francis
the
Spoon. And
Right.
Samuel Fork, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so you can, but you can still eat this with your hands, right? Pirates eat like this a lot, and they go arg, arg, and they
Do they
wave
really?
it around. Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
And that's what terrifies people.
Can I throw this
know.
on the terrace just to get it out of the way? I know throwing food is probably bad, but is it okay to? Now you agree?
You
You agree?
so well.
You
backing
agree,
up.
Miss Manners, that food can be used as a weapon when necessary. If there had been a prowler on the balcony, it would have been perfectly acceptable for me to chuck that thing, hit him in the head, he's out cold, we're safe.
You started out so nicely backing up. It didn't take long, did it?
I'm sorry.
Just this little surface thing. Your mother and I are going to have
I
a
was
talk.
bad. What about being funny with food? I mean, food sometimes can be funny. It's funny to do shtick with food. And Andy and I, when we eat, we like to do goofy stuff with our food. Is that acceptable?
Well, you want to hear a little story with a moral?
Is there a moral at the end?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to
No,
hear
okay.
it. No, please, I want to hear the
You
story.
could offer me some turkeys?
Yeah, you want that piece of turkey now. I think that pigeon's got it. Well, no, sir, I want to hear the story.
No, some years ago, there was an American ambassador abroad who had the same idea you did, and he sat at a fancy dinner, and he said to his dinner partner, how much you want to bet I can get my piece into the décolletage of the lady sitting opposite me?
Throw a pea down into her cleavage.
Yeah, he won the
Okay,
bet.
I just wanted to translate.
Lost his job, but he won the bet.
He lost his job because of that?
Yeah, she didn't care for it.
Oh, she didn't think it was funny. She said
Nobody
it felt kind of
thought
good, but
it was funny.
It's not funny.
The answer is it's
no.
only funny when you're doing it. It's not funny when it's being done to you.
Okay.
That's why parents sit around the table and say, get your hands out of the mashed potatoes. No, it doesn't look like a face. Stop it. We're really doing it.
You always come here and you yell at me. I'm just a person and I try.
It's for your own good.
I try so hard.
It's for your own good.
Okay.